Hello, everybody. I'm Bob Hintz, along with Brent Musgrove, and our crew tonight is Wube Gabray. We're at the Sportsplex in Virginia Beach for tonight's quarterfinal matchup between the Sun Devils of Salem and Hampton Crabbers. Now, the Sun Devils are 9-1, and the Crabbers are 7-4. Brent, we got the chance to talk to Mike Smith earlier. What did he have to say?
Well, I had a chance to talk to Mike earlier in the week, and I asked him how he compared this team, and he said they were a fast run offense. They come to the line quick. They've got a decent passer. He's young, like Hampton's quarterback. And they've got a good runner. He's small, but he's very quick. But there's about two or three. Yeah, they got 2 or 3 runners in there that pick up yards. When you look at Salem, they've got some size. They come into this 9-2, and Hampton comes into it 7-4. But we know Hampton's been on a 4-game winning streak, and the other side of it is the Sun Devils came in and lost 2 of the last 3.
Well, and they played Kempsville again in the game last week, and they beat them again pretty heavily the second time around. And but you know, I look at the Salem crowd, and like you say, they're big. They've got some good sized linemen. Hampton is faster, much quicker. And last week we saw Javon Quillen, 323 all-purpose yards, 5 touchdowns. What a game he had last week.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how the Sun Devils focus when Hampton seems to come out of 1 or 2 players. If they can make that work along with Wilkins receiving the ball, it's going to be great. But I hope on the other side of that, it doesn't make it easier for the Sun Devils on where they concentrate. We did get to see their entire coaching staff just about up in the stands at Darling Stadium last week. We were there watching a Hampton game. I mean, it should have been a Salem section there. They had so many coaches there. But they got a good look at what Hampton does. And Quillen's a sophomore, and it's going to be interesting between Strickland and him. They're both young.
Sophomores.
They're both sophomore, how that turns out.
Well, I look at what the schedule that Salem had, and they won the first 6-7 games in a row, and then lost the 2. They lost to Tallwood and Ocean Lakes. Tallwood, they lost by 19. Ocean Lakes, they lost by 12. But you look at what happened during the season in Bayside. They only beat Bayside by 3, and they only beat Cox by 1. So they're, you know, they haven't blown anybody out. They've had 2 shutouts.
As we've talked to some other people who've been around both of these teams, what we're hearing is that a lot of people think this is going to be a really good game. Like we thought last week between Great Bridge, which was a 4-5 matchup. This is a 1-4 matchup, and everybody seems to think that this may be closer than you think because of the styles of the offense and defense. It's going to be interesting.
Well, we talked a little bit about the Daily Press writer picked Hampton, and of course the Virginia Pilot
pick Salem. Hey, where do you sell your papers? You got to, you know.
You're going to sell some papers. You got to do something about it. But I'm really impressed with the size of these. I can't get over the size of some of these young men that they have. And I want to talk really. The one kid that I want to talk about is Army, and his first name is Army. The second name is Meo Patapula.
If you're in Hawaii, you probably have friends.
But he's 6 foot 295, just a big kid. They've got a Trevon Hill is 6'4", 220, wide out. He's gonna really put some trouble to the Hampton.
Well, that's
I don't have to hang anybody that big back there in defense.
Well, Hampton's young. We've been talking about this all year. But as we've talked about before, this is probably, in my opinion, one of the best coaching years that Mike Smith and his staff has done. When the year started, they had lost 3 key players, 2 really starters both ways that were great partners. And Mike Smith has taken a very young team, 30-some underclassmen, and at one time they were 3-4. And now they're coming into the second round of the playoffs, and they're 7-4.
Right, they've won 4 in a row.
They've won 4 in a row. So Hampton's on a win streak. The Sun Devils lost 2 of the last 3 when you stop and look at it. So I don't know how that's going to work out.
I don't either, because you got to come in with confidence, and Hampton definitely has come in with confidence. But the last time Hampton had a team this young, one of the coaches was playing for Mike Smith, and that's Woodrow Wilson. That's back in '75.
That's right.
And he was a sophomore. So, you know, we're going to have a great game tonight.
I'm looking forward to seeing what happens, and I know Mike Smith wants to see that test work out. So from here, let's go see what we got.
You got it.
It's up in the high 60s right now, and this is a great night for the end of November.
It really is. Bo Lomax getting ready to Kickoff. He's number 99 for the Crabbers. We can read the jersey numbers from both of these teams tonight. Both are similar in colors. Short kickoff, taken about 12-yard line.
He's got a break. He's going. What a return.
That was a great return.
Number 7. That was Belton.
That's Kyrie Burton, and that was the young man that they talked about how good it but he had an opening there,
yes,
and he shot right through it.
That was one of the Bs they talked about tonight.
Yeah,
we had to watch out for.
Well, I'll tell you, number 23, Wilkins saved the touchdown.
Yeah, well, you're going to hear that name a lot tonight, Wilkins.
Well, they got a 4 wide out on one side.
Over there.
Wow. And no empty backfield. Guy in motion.
Still got 3 over there. No, he.
Who are they going to give the ball to?
They gave it. They kept the ball.
They kept the ball.
Well, first play from scrimmage looks like about I'm waiting for him to spot the ball. Looks like about a 9-yard loss. So that should make it 2nd and 19.
What was nice about that is the Hampton Crabber, and I missed his number, put his helmet right on the ball when he tackled him.
Well, it was a nice play, and it was.
People weren't expecting the quarterback to run, I think. And Hampton stayed at home.
Going to the air now. Oh. Incomplete to number 4, but he hit him right in the numbers. That was a problem.
That's a very Lipscomb, and he heard footsteps.
Yes, he did.
Because he took his eye off the ball just before he was to catch it. But the quarterback got nailed.
Yeah,
he got nailed.
Well, that should get your attention. Now, let's see if they just try to play. They've already got good field position, so I don't know if this is a 4-down territory for them or not.
I don't think he can do that.
It's out of bounds.
He didn't get it.
No, right. Out of bounds.
He went in the air to get it, and he dropped it anyway.
Well, here we are, Bob. On the first series, he had great field position on the kickoff, and it may be 3 and out, but they've got the ball inside the Crabber 45-yard line. So,
well, let me tell you what I'm impressed. The defense for the Crabbers.
Yeah, stood up. Now,
they put some pressure on the quarterback. He got hit every time he handled the ball tonight. Once he run it. The other 2 times he was passing, he got hit.
This kick is into the wind. Let's see how much effect it has. Well, he got off a nice kick.
Oh,
He's
nice
got it
kick.
down inside the 10. He called a fair catch. He should have let it go.
He wasn't sure where he was. He's on the 5-yard line. And that was Wilkins. Yeah, we'll come back out. We know a little bit about the Crabbers offensively.
Well, that was a little questionable on that reception. Inside the 5, you got to know where you are. Let that ball go in the end zone, and they're out on the 20. But it's playoff.
Hey, playoff time. You're not sure. The field is a little different setup than what you're used to.
Well, Hampton's in a hole.
Yeah,
let's put that simple.
Well, Javon Quillen, sophomore, what a great job he has done. And comes from a great family. His dad was quarterback at a state championship team over in Kickingham. Only lost 4 games during his tenure over there.
1. Well, Quillen just trying to pick up some yards, just went straight ahead. He got a couple maybe.
Well, he's got Speller at center, Bazemore and Hall at the guards, and Spriggs and Ford at the tackles, and he just needs to get a little breathing room here.
Well, he got a little over a yard on that, and I think that's all he's trying to do is get some distance away from the goal. If he can break one, he can break one. But, yeah, I was just noticing, and I don't know how our cameraman's handling this, but it looks a little darker at that end of the field. I don't like and I see why. If you look at the standard up there.
Some of the lights are off.
Some of the lights are out, but don't look at it too long. It's like looking in the sun.
We got timeout. I think the Crabbers called timeout. We got a minute here to talk about. I want to talk a little bit about some of the all-conference teams that the Hampton put out to this year. The all-conference first team, Javon Quillen, quarterback, Demetrius Strickland, running back, Taquan Wilkins, split end, Umar Muhammad, split end, and Chuck Spriggs as a tackle. First team defense, Spriggs again makes it. Tony is linebacker, and Wilkins makes it as a punt returner and a safety, and the all-purpose is Daz Newsome, who one of the coaches told me he weighs $1.25.
and he doesn't start.
Just a freshman.
But as they say, he's a tremendous athlete, so that's something to look forward to. Well, Quillen back to pass, little dump pass right over the middle. Did he get a first down? I think he came up short. I think he's down at the 14.
But that was the second down, so we still got a third down coming up.
Came a little dump pass. That's the first time I've seen him do that this year.
Yeah, and he needed to do that.
Yeah. That's a new wrinkle. Now, I've watched Hampton 4 times this year, and that's the first time I see him do that little dump across the middle.
Little wrinkle?
Yeah. I think Mike's thinking, of course, who would have thought that? He's only been doing this 43 years. And it makes me think back to a long time ago, his opening play against a Roanoke team, Curry's senior year. First play, wide open down the middle, receiver dropped it.
I think he's going to go straight ahead. You got the first down. Good. I think that was Strickland.
Yeah, that was Strickland coming out of the backfield.
Number 2. Good job.
But you know,
no, it wasn't. That was number 25.
The irony of that was it was 20.
It was 20?
Yeah.
That's Tony.
Yeah. The irony of that was, did you see what Salem did? If they watched the game last week, which they did, we saw them there. How many times did Quillen go up the middle to get that first down?
Yeah.
They run the linebacker right over the top, and so he hands it off and gets it off guard by 3 yards. Here goes Quillen wide again. Well,
and that turf is a little different.
He went right down at the line of scrimmage. He may have got a half a yard, but like you say, it looked like he slipped, didn't it?
Yeah, it sure did.
You know, while we got this opportunity, I would like to thank one of the people from Salem High School, the activity director, Mark Harrison, was very helpful in helping us set this whole thing up so that we could get in and do this game on the road while the other game is being done over at Darling Stadium. And again, I'd like to thank the athletic director for doing well, they don't even call him the athletic director. It's activities director.
Activities director.
Over there, yep. And he was very helpful to us, helping us get this set up. Delay a game. It's like they didn't know what they were doing all of a sudden. I mean, everybody running around everywhere, and that's what they don't need, fellas. Let's get this together. Also, while we got the chance, got this break, I'd like to thank Chuck Thornton here at Virginia Beach Sportsplex. Once we got in touch with him, he was able to get everything coordinated between our TV station and here and kind of make it possible for us to all get up here. So again, Chuck, a shout out to you and the people at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. They've been great to us already. I mean, I don't think it could have been much better. And of course, I think they had something to do with the weather too. They told me that they could control that here.
Right.
So they did well.
I don't know what's the hold up here. They got a equipment malfunction, it looks like, because the referees are going to err on the side of caution if there's not a snap or something, the equipment's not right, they may just send the young man off.
Well, at some point you've got to make that decision. If you can't fix it within there you go. Well, he threw it away, whatever it was.
I don't know what it is, but he got rid of it.
Looked like some kind of a screen, like a vision screen. Here we go. Third down. Oh.
Well, wait, great job of making the first guy miss the tackle, but we got a guy limping going back into the defensive huddle. I can't catch his name or his number.
Starts with a 5. That's the best I can tell you from up here.
One of the Hampton faithful are down.
Well, number 11 is down.
Whoa. Number 11, we're talking about Floyd Jones, senior wideout. He was over there doing some blocking for him. While we got a break in action here, I want to talk a little bit about the Sun Devils and who they put on first team and second team over there in their conference. And the Army, and I'm going to call him Army because I'm having trouble with his last name. He was first team. DJ Davis was split end the first team. Sean Fitzgerald, a tackle on defense. Jacob Brown, an outside linebacker on defense. Safety, Colton Brown. On second team, Andre Torin, safety. Avery Lipscomb as a running back. And Trevon Hill all those guys made it either first or second team.
I don't see how anybody else could be left for any other 8 teams out there. I swear, that's a whole lot of people off of one team. And what are they calling it? All conference, all South, or?
Well, it's their conference. We're conference 10. They're conference 9. I guess. Who knows?
So what do we got down here? We got 3rd down and looks like about 10, doesn't it, Bob?
Yeah, right back to 10. Good defense that
good
time.
Defense.
They did
had
a great
everybody.
job of bringing the ball carrier down, which was Daquan Wilkins. But that is just like what they call it, a bubble screen. Number 4 was the one that made the tackle.
Well, what you saw is that the defenders held their ground. They didn't go crazy and try to go anywhere until the Hampton committed to the play.
Yeah, well, they have to come back, and it's like they call it a bubble screen, a flanker screen. But what they do is they try to go back against the grain and pick up the yardage. And I thought defensively that the Sun Devils did a great job that time.
A lot of altitude on that thing. They bumped into him.
Yeah, it's going to be a penalty. He can't get his flag out.
I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't understand that play. You got to know where you are on the field, folks.
Are they going to? Is that that's at 50-yard line? So how long a penalty is that going to be? I don't know.
5 yards, I believe. And I think it was
interfering with the fair catch. Oh, it's going to be 15.
20. I don't think so. Well, that sure doesn't hurt the Sun Devils any at all right there.
No,
they've
had great field position.
Yeah, since the first return. And now here they were back at the 35. 1st and 10. Let's see if Hampton can stop them again. Well, picked up about 4.
Well, I'm going to tell you, they pulled everybody on the left side of that line to run the interference, and Hampton did a great job of only letting them get 4 yards. But, you know, they get 4 yards, 4 yards, 4 yards. They get
it's going to be a long game if that happens.
Yeah. Sound like Woody
But here
Hayes.
They're showing a triple over here on the right-hand side, too. A stack over here. Got a pass. That was a hold right there. There was a hold right there. Did you see? The defender was trying to get to the man, and it wasn't a block. He had him hooked.
But Hampton was outmanned. There were 3 guys there and only 2
Yeah, but I'm talking about the defender that was trying to get to him.
I know what you're talking about.
Well, here we go, 1st and 10.
And it looks like they're about this 18-yard line.
Yeah, that's where they are. Nice tackle.
Good job that time.
No gain. Nicely done. Could you see who made that tackle?
Yeah, there was a Hamp 20. Maybe it was Tony. I'm not sure. It was a 20.
Well, it was
it was Tony.
It was a nice tackle. Get on and stop him for no gain. 2nd down and 10 now. But they're at the 18-yard line now.
And I don't know how good their field goal kicker is, but he'd be kicking in the wind, and they got trips to the left this time.
Yep.
Wide out to the right.
He's touchdown. Nope, he's 1 yard short.
Wow. Nice hole that time. Took it down to about the 1 yard line, 1 foot line.
It'll be
really.
1st and goal now, and I think that was the running back Butts, wasn't it?
Yes.
This little guy, if you look at him on paper, you can say, how does he get all these yards? He did 131 yards last week. He's 5'7" and 160 pounds. But you just saw why. He's very quick. He explodes to the hole. If they give him a seam, he's there. Well, let's just see how
they're going to tighten it up and go from a stack eye.
Nobody signaled yet. Touchdown. Okay. Well, there we go.
Well, you give them good field position. You have them down, stopped on the 50-yard line, and you give them 15 yards because you interfered with the fair catch. And eventually you're going to find something that works.
Well, you just can't keep making mistakes. Are they going for two? No, they got a kicker in there now. At first I thought they were going to go for two.
Well, they'll do that. They'll line up like they'll see what the defense does.
Yeah, ball is down, and it's blocked.
Blocked.
Nice
right
work.
Up the middle.
Somebody's got to be on the Salem Scout's got to be questioning where he came from.
You getting the numbers of these guys?
It's happening so quick. I got to tell you, there's a little glare on the field, and I don't know how it's going to affect our camera, but there's a little glare off of this new turf or whatever you want to call it that makes it a little bit different. But the Salem uniform reminds us of the old Hampton uniform, except they're a little bit better, like you were talking about earlier. At least they've got a white border around them. You have some way of recognizing it. Now, Salem's up 7-0 here, Bob. 4:52. 6-0. I'm sorry.
You can get that extra point. That could be big.
Yeah, 4:52 in the first quarter, and Salem's put the first points on the board. Now let's see if Hampton can respond. They should get a little bit better field position than they've had so far. Here's hoping, but of course we don't know.
Well, he's kicking into the wind.
Yep.
But when he punted,
didn't have a problem.
Right down to the 5-yard line.
Yep. Well, field position's been everything in Salem's favor so far.
Yep.
Just got to hope for Hampton's sake, and yeah, we are in favor of Hampton just a little bit. Nice kick into the wind. Taking it at the 4. Going across the field, cutting it up. Nice return.
Yeah, that was out about the
Should 30. Be a flag. They took him all the way out to the bench.
Looked like you're going to spot it about the 31, 32.
Like the 35, 36. He keeps walking.
They're going to put it on the 30.
37, 38. Oh, yeah, I'm on the 30. There we go. I was watching the other end of the stick. I like that end better. Let's go down this way.
40, right?
Let's do that about 6 times, guys, and get down here. All right. Best field positions they've had so far. Let's see if they can do something with it. Now, what's going on?
I don't know. He's in charge.
Well, then why is every time Hampton's got the ball, we got some discussion?
Get him out of the rhythm. Hard to get in a rhythm. I don't know what's wrong with that ball. Something wrong with that ball.
They're going to make Hampton use their ball?
I don't know.
That's what it looks like, as they brought the ball in from this side. That's tough. The quarterback hadn't touched it at one time. Oh, they got him in the backfield. Slow developing draw. Ain't going to do much there. They lost about 3 on that one. Yeah.
They got to put the ball in the air, but that time they lost 2.
It's going to make a 2nd and 12. Yeah, that was a slow developing play.
Yes, it was. Ball's now on the 28.
Well, let's see if we're going to get that ball in the air with the wind at our back. You've got to complete that first pass, Bob. Just make it.
Well, he completed that little dump pass earlier, but he's got to get a first down. You got to get the initial first down. Well, they did get a first down the first time they had it. They go to the ball. Good. Look how many people come to the ball.
Yeah, everybody's there but the coach. I mean, look at that. But he picked up a good pickup. He picked up 10. It was 2nd and 12, and he picked up 10 on that play.
He got 3rd and 2. That was a good run.
Yep.
Quillen made the first guy miss. And he just laid on the ground there for you, was saying, well, where's waited till the whistle blew, and then he got up. Actually, it's about 1.5.
Well, still first quarter, 3:22 to go, 6-0 Salem. And Hampton still trying to achieve their first down, I believe. He's back in the pass. Well, he's got the first down. If he goes straight ahead, he's got the first down.
Well, they've got some speed on their team.
Yes, they do.
Because I thought that Quillen had a chance to get that outside, but he couldn't get outside.
Well, he got to the 41, which gave him the first down, which was what he needed to do as a quarterback. Let's get that initial first down.
You need to go north and south, not east and west, and that's what he did that time. Did a great job of picking up the first down.
But like you said, Salem closed very quickly.
They are quick. They are big.
Yeah.
A very fundamentally sound team.
Yeah. Nicely done. Well, they're in the backfield before when the ball's handed off. I mean, that.
Somebody is going. Somebody not blocking somebody. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's another loss of 2, I think, or no, maybe. Let's see where he spots it.
Probably. Then we'll give him no yards gained.
Well, I thought they got him in the backfield a little bit, but I guess.
Well, he got away from the initial guy, and he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's the second time they've tried that, what I call kind of a delay.
Yeah.
Or handoff. Salem's getting in there quick. They're reading something right. Let's see if Quillen doesn't roll someplace to get away from the pressure. That was successful for him the last time. Oh, I'm surprised there was no flag. I thought he turned toward that line just a little quick.
Before the ball was snapped.
Huh?
It may have been before the ball was snapped.
I thought he turned just a little quick, but that's okay. He picked up about 6 on that, maybe 7.
Well, maybe Hampton could get into Sun Devils' end of the field.
Well, it's third down and a little over 3, so this will be a nice first down to get.
As Tim Cole used to say, long 3.
Long 3. Now what? Somebody call timeout?
Another timeout by Hampton.
Well, here we are, Bob. 1:13 to go. Time's moving fast. Even though they've thrown the ball a few times, we got 1:13 to go in the first quarter. And again, Salem ahead 6-0. And it's been a fast quarter. This is Hampton's, second possession or third possession? This is Hampton's third possession, I think. They had the short one down there, and they had to punt, and then they maybe it's their second. I don't know.
But regardless, what I'm seeing right now is Salem is just better defensively. Hampton can't get the area where they need the little opening in there for the quarterback or the running back. And I'm like Wube. Wube says they need to pass the ball. I think they need to pass the ball.
They got to open it up a little bit because Salem is definitely taking the gaps away from the Hampton offensive line.
Well,
and there it is.
They need to pick up 3.5 yards here.
Yep, it's 3rd and 3.5. Long for Tim. Long
they get
3.
3.5, they'll have another set of downs. Got it. What a nice throw.
Get down. Get down.
What a nice throw.
That was to number 9.
Number 8 for the Hampton Crabbers.
It was number 9, I think.
Number 9 as Umar Muhammad.
Yeah, now he's their second leading receiver after Wilkins. But he was wide open. He found a hole and sat down in it.
Just did a great job on the coming to the ball.
Yes.
Breaking to the ball.
Yeah, that was a nice pass catch because Muhammad went down, found a hole, sat in it, and then came back toward the ball when it was delivered.
They're playing a zone, so he found the gap in the zone. There he goes. There he goes. There you go. That's what I like to see. Number 2 for the Crabbers, Demetrius Strickland.
Yeah, he's their number 1 running back this year behind Quillen. He's their second leading running back.
Well, he picked up a good 6 that time.
Picked up 6 yards that time. Yeah, Hampton needs to sustain a drive. It'd be nice to see him come back and answer with a score.
Yeah.
And get Salem back on their heels a little bit, going, wow, we just put our best out there. We need to do that.
And I think Rube called it.
Open it up.
He said you got to pass it. Open it up. You make it a pass, and you pick up almost 7 yards on the next running play. That's the end of the quarter.
Now what?
End of the quarter.
Okay, I was going to say because he sure blew that whistle loud. Yeah, well, here we go. Did it go fast? For a 12-minute quarter. For a 12-minute quarter. I mean, it went quick.
Did you blow it loud?
He threw it too loud. It hurt my ears. Don't do that. Don't do that. He's got that little box on his side or something. That hurt. Okay. But anyway, that was a fast
quarter.
It was,
You're right,
yeah.
Absolutely. But you got to take your hats off to the Crabbers because they have come back and have not let that first score bother them. because the coach, and I'm sure the coach is saying, listen, they had great field position 2 times. First time we stopped, second time we didn't get them stopped. But they scored, we blocked the extra point. We go down, score, kick an extra point, we got the lead.
Well, this is what, that would be the ultimate say hello to Salem, because I think that Salem thinks that they can stop them. And it would be nice to see Hampton prove them wrong. And they're moving the ball. So there's no sense talking about it till
as I talked earlier, Bubba Quillen, as he likes to be called, 323 all-purpose yards last week.
Well, he's got, 1,300 yards almost rushing, I think, for the year. No, he's got 800 yards, and Strickland's got close to 750 in rushing. So between the two, they're at 1,500 yards. But like you said, Quillen's got another 1,300 passing or something like that.
I know. He's an amazing
young
sophomore
athlete.
Quarterback.
All right, 2nd down and 4.
All right, hey.
Strickland again.
That's Demetrius right up the gut. That time they found a place to open up the thing. They were going to spot it at the 15. 1st down. What a nice run that was. Had to be about 20 yards.
Yeah, by the way, tonight we're going to be getting help with our stats because of our short crew from Eddie Hendricks, who works for 94.1.
Fantastic.
The sports channel. And he told me he'd keep our stats for us and get us up to date after each at the half or whatever. So appreciate the shout out to him. Boy, he threw that up there for grabs.
Well, he knows that Tyquan Wilkins has got a good pair of hands, and it looked like he was double covered. Well, the second man didn't get over there until the ball got there.
Right.
But he's headed to the corner of the end zone. And
the defender went right there, though.
Yeah, that was a great job defensive that time.
Yeah.
And it looks like number 7 for
Sun Devils.
Yeah, that's Kyrie Burton, who is a 5'8" senior, but really he's got some speed.
Good cut. Keep going. Good pickup.
Almost got the 1st down, down to looks like about the 6-yard line. They got to get to the 5.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just inside the 5, I think they've got to get for a 1st down. So it'll be 3rd down and 1. But that play's worked twice now for a good game.
I don't know who's opening up the holes. It looks like a trap block coming in there.
They found
but
something.
They're running right at the strength. Army is on that side, and that kid. Let me tell you something. He's no slouch.
He keep the sun off the south side of your house if you put him in the yard.
He's just a junior, 6'2", 295. He'll miss many meals.
No. Touchdown. He's right to the.
Nope. He's going to call it right at the goal line.
All right, 1st and goal.
But they fooled him. They've been going over the right, and went over the left that time and almost got it in.
This is a great drive for Hampton. This has got to be a morale booster.
Awesome drive.
Of course, and if they can score here, what do they need to do next? They need to put a good, quick stop on Salem.
That's right.
And get them thinking. Is he going straight ahead?
Yep, you got it. He's got to have it. Give it the signal. Thank you.
I don't know what they needed.
I mean, you could see it from here, but he's going down there. He hadn't got the advantage we got up here on
I think they have the same system they do for extra points. They got to get even with the goalpost because that's what they did when Salem scored. They ran all the way in, playing a position on the hash mark, and then signal it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if this can.
I'll tell you, Bo Eifster's late last week. All the kickoffs and the extra points that he did last week. He got it.
There we go.
There you go. What did I tell you?
And what I like, did you see how high he kicked that ball? I mean, you blocked that.
No way. You're going to have to be 9'12".
I say, Moses Malone got to come back to work on this team to block that.
9'12" and have 14-foot long arms.
10 seconds,
Good.
10 minutes and 1 second left in the second quarter in a fast-moving game, and Hampton's just taking the lead 7-6. The difference being that block extra point. You called it.
Yeah, that could loom to be big.
Now the big thing is going to happen right now. This kickoff, if Hampton can get a stop on him again and get some decent field position.
Well, but he's kicking into the wind, and you might just see Mike Smith do that little pooch kick that he does.
Yeah.
Just drop it right about at the 25-yard line, between the 25 and the 20.
Well, he's also done that on the ground. If he can kick it between players and get it rolling on the ground, that makes it a little bit more dangerous. I'm counting the players out there since the other week. We kept seeing more people than we were used to. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there we go. We got 11 players out there.
It just looks like a lot.
I get nervous. It does. I just get nervous from it. Here we go. Into the wind. Let's see if they can keep Salem back. They had a great return the last time Hampton kicked to him. It's almost a little pooch. Good tackle.
That's 25-yard
32 came around behind him and got hold of that jersey for Hampton and just stopped him dead. Nice job.
We're talking, was it 32, Shamar
32.
Williams?
Yeah, he came right around behind the block and grabbed hold of that jersey and said, "That's far enough." Wait right here till my friends show up. And that's pretty much
what. And they were quick to respond.
So it's first and 10 from the 25. And Salem's got the wind at their back. And they are a 50-50 team from what I've been told. They throw as much as they...
They throw about as much as they run, yeah. They got two wide receivers down here on the near side, one on the top. Got two running backs along with the quarterback. It's like a little old crossbuck coming up to about the 31-yard line. Pick up
a little over 5.
Yeah, maybe 6. We'll call it 6. But he faked to the first guy going to the right, handed to the guy going left. It's just what we used to call a crossbuck.
Yep.
Counter play almost.
And here we are again. They like coming up the line and getting on the next play. At least it hurts the defensive team from making changes. Substitutions, yes. Oh, come on.
You gotta. He is hurt.
He's hurt.
He made that move and the cleat caught in that turf.
Yeah, he got hung up in that turf. Exactly what happened.
I can't get his number. You got his number?
I think it's 9. I'm not sure. 9 or 8. 8. Yeah, he went to plant his foot, and his foot just hung in the turf.
Anton Moore. He's just a freshman.
His foot just hung in the turf.
Well, the guy put a move on him, and he tried to move, and his leg didn't go.
Well, this is the first time Hampton's played on this kind of turf all year, and this is the second person that's been down.
Yeah.
And Salem had one down for a few seconds, so I'm not saying it's the turf's fault, but it's just something they're not used to. And I don't know if they've got the right kind of shoes. I'm sure they do. I know he's up. He's still got a little limp.
Oh, good. He's walking. Not too much of a limp. That's good.
All right. We're back to 3rd and 1. Is that right? No,
first and 10.
First 10. I was looking at the board over here. They hadn't corrected it over here.
They're slow. Hampton needs to get a defensive stop.
Yes. They got a nice gain out of that little screen out here. Oh, come on.
First man missed, but he got back in on the tackle. That was led by number 64 for the Crabbers.
Well, everybody met at the quarterback.
Keontae Jones.
That was a loss of about 5, so that's going to make it 2nd and 15.
It's a good thing the quarterback's got good reflexes,
yes,
because that ball was going over his head.
It hung in the air a while. I'm sure he was a little nervous trying to pull that thing down. Threw it low.
Incompleted pass.
I may be wrong, but it might have been a little bit nerves on that throw because he saw the blitz coming.
Well, and that's a tough throw for a quarterback. Oh. He's got to put that on the line out to that wide out.
Well, so far Hampton hadn't had any trouble tonight making their substitutes. Last week when we saw them playing Great Bridge, they were having a little bit of trouble with subs when they were doing the hurry-up.
Hey, short of the first down.
No, he's right at it.
No, he's going to mark. He's going to give him a good mark.
Yep. It's the first down.
Crossed the Crabbers up, had 3 wideouts on the far side and come back to the lone wideout here.
Yeah, with the
that
people
was an awful good spot.
Yeah, it was a good spot, and for as close as it was, they just went ahead and made the decision without a measurement. And that's what the fans here are a little bit upset about.
They pick up about
3 yards. So is he going to call it on both of them or just one?
Well, the Hampton guy just walked away.
Now let's see if they're going to honor the flag. Or they're going to have a discussion, go get tea, and say, nah, we'll pick it up. Either it happened or it didn't.
It did happen. Everybody saw it happen. Personal foul. There.
No.
Oh, no. Well, I'm sorry, I yelled into the microphone.
Well, you yelled into the mic, but ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was the officials that didn't have the guts to call a game, and I'll say it just like it was. Very obvious, only one person delivered a blow in that, and somebody come up and said, no, don't let that happen. So they canceled it. You're getting paid to do the job, fellas, do the job.
They're bringing up a 3rd down and about 5. I could not believe that he called because I watched the play. The offensive line shoved the Hampton defensive back after the ball was done and the whistle was blown, and he walks away and they throw a flag and then they say it on both of them.
Yeah, like I said, I honestly believe the officials, if you're going to get paid to do the game, do the game.
And I know people don't like us to, rag on the officials, but you're right. You got to call the game. Oh,
way to string it out.
East and west. They're going to give him a good spot, but he lost a yard or 2.
Now, he never got there where this man is standing. Where 186 is standing, they never got there. You got to tell me when he got to that position. They gave him 2.5 yards right there.
4th, and he said 6 is pretty close to 4th and 5, but it doesn't make any difference. He's going to punt it, but he's going to try to pooch it or maybe try to kick it out of bounds in the coffin corner. Let's see what he tries to do.
He's got the wind at his back. He's going for the corner. It went inside the pile and out to the 20.
Yeah, so they get Hampton getting on the 20.
He gave it a good try.
Boy, he gave it a great try because he didn't miss it but about a yard or 2.
That was a great kick. Just like you say, he was 2 yards either way from being a hero at the 1. I'm telling you, it was a great kick.
And I'll tell you who that was. That kicker is 94, Tyler McGee.
Well, Hampton's got the stop they wanted. Now let's see if they can do what they did last time, Bob. And they got 6 minutes to drive the ball down the field. Let's see if they can make it happen again. Now, Hampton's been known in a situation like this to put it up. I mean, go long. Just jump up and go long right here.
But with them wind in the face, I really
it's difficult.
don't look
I know, but they've been doing it all year. Just all of a sudden rear back and let it go for 60 yards. It's a run. All right, he's picked up 5.
Yep.
That ground's not doing him any good. He's gotten up. Quillen just got up a little shook up. I'm convinced that this ground doesn't give like Darling Stadium turf.
No, it doesn't. And I don't know, I don't know if this is the same kind of turf that they have over at
Bailey Field.
Over Bailey Field in the
in Yorktown or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's a pretty field. First down. Nice little pass.
But the deep man was open, but he made sure he got the first down.
Yep, nice play. Stops the clock, 5:11.
Moves the ball up to the, what was that, about the 32, 33?
38, isn't it?
38.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm close.
Well, you and I are having numbers problems tonight, I'm telling you. It's a good thing we ain't betting the lottery, you know.
We played a lot, we're in trouble.
But, yep. Okay.
He got to the 40, picked up a couple.
Yeah. All right, keep them honest. That play's worked a couple times in the first half.
Yeah.
Here we are, 4:47 to go in the first half already, Bob. I know I've said it before.
This has been
a clicking
very
along.
quick, very quick half.
Here we go. I think Salem might be a little bit surprised. I'm sure they thought New Hampton was a good team. Of course, we were talking to one of the gentlemen down at the other end, and as he was saying, he said, when you talk football in the Hampton Roads area, Hampton's name always come up, has for 50 years. And he said just, a
little low, and he was trying to keep on. That was to Wilkins.
Yeah, caught him in the knee pads, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like it was that low.
That's a tough he was running to the left, and you got to learn to square those shoulders up. Just a sophomore. He's going to get better with that. That's a tough pass.
Well, I like what I'm seeing. I mean, Mike has put this little underneath pass wrinkle in here tonight.
That we haven't seen.
We haven't seen this whole set of things of what he's doing. He's rolling and dinking the ball is what we used to call it. You know what I'm saying? First down.
Oh, good job all the way to the 50-yard line. There's a guy waving at him saying, I'm open, but Quillen was running for his life.
He didn't have time to stop and check the weather. He was a little bit busy at the time. Don't know what it's like when 11 people are all mad at you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they were after you. They wanted to talk to you.
Right now, he's doing a good job. He's controlling the game. And when we were there last week, all that Salem staff was sitting there. They had to see how Hampton ran out of the quarterback position.
But it's hard to practice against that kind
of athleticism.
You're right.
Good play. Nice tackle.
Almost 40. They're going to give him the 40? Yeah.
That's Strickland again. I'm going to tell you what, the 1-2 punch seems to be working.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're keying on Quillen, and he's making it, but that's about 3 out of 5 times that ball plays picked up 7, 8, 10 yards.
Yeah.
They're giving him the first down. This field is just quick. It's the only thing I can figure. No, not this time.
You can't go laterally. You got to go north and south. Lost a couple. The hole wasn't there, and he tried to find bounce it to the outside, and just wasn't able to do it.
Well, that's going to make it second down and what, about 12?
Yeah.
Second and 12. 2:44 to go in the half. Hampton still with a 1-point lead. And I know they're trying to get some more points on the board. That's an obvious statement, but now they got to watch the clock a little bit. They beat up.
Well, you don't want to give them the ball
back.
Give them another possession if you can help it.
Boy, he was tackled before the ball got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the grasp when the ball arrived, so to speak.
Isn't that pass interference?
Nah, not today.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to think. I think both teams have, 2 timeouts left? Is that right?
No, Hampton's only got 1. They've got all 3 of theirs.
Okay. Well, here we go. Third down and about 14. Oh, he committed too quick.
Yeah. They were ready for it.
Yeah.
That was what they saw last week.
That's the old Ronald Curry drop back
I'm
draw.
surprised that Salem doesn't call timeout.
I am too.
Really am.
Yeah, I am too. Now they do. Well, they only lost about 10 seconds on that.
I was going to say, a good 10 seconds they lost on that, deciding where they wanted to.
Well, we got this game, like we were talking about before the game. Right now, it's what we said. It's going to be closer than people anticipated.
Yeah.
And though Salem comes as a number 1 seed, Hampton comes in as a 4 seed. What was the momentum like when the season got to the playoffs?
Right. They come in with a 2-game losing streak. Hampton come in with a 4-game winning streak.
So it's looking like we talked about. It's pretty evenly matched. And I know Mike Smith would like to see the game end right now, 7-6.
It wouldn't be a bad time to go on and nobody scored in the second half, you know.
Yeah, like I said, he'd like to see it end right now. He'll take the win. All right, Lomax is back. He's going to be kicking from about his own 45. Well, he got it high enough. Fair catch called for at the 21.
And you notice how far back the Hampton guys got that. I'm not going to get that penalty
when that hand went up in the air, everybody made a U-turn. Yes, sir. They don't want to hear that again. All right, 1:22 left. Salem takes the ball over on their own 21-yard line. And let's see what they can do with 2 timeouts and see if they can put some points on the board.
Well, this would be an opportunity for the defensive backs to
make a play.
And you got Quillen as the safety back here.
I pick up a 7 yards, Bob, but the thing I've noticed is, did you see that play on the sideline? It was like Hampton, the defender's feet literally got caught in the turf. I mean, he couldn't. It's almost like he fell over on the guy trying to stop. And I just don't know what, I guess these are the right kind of shoes. I don't know what kind of shoes you'd wear in this kind of turf. But Hampton's had a few instances where there's been some turf trouble.
Oh, good Lord, almost had that.
Should have intercepted that, boy.
Oh, you intercepted that bad boy.
Oh, he'd still be going. He'd still be going. Don't smack that down. Oh, Lord. What an opportunity lost right there.
Really. But he was, and that's not a bad thing.
No.
Knock that ball down.
Yeah,
because that's your first reaction. As a defensive lineman, you're taught to get your hands up, knock the ball down. If you catch it, that's just extra stuff.
He's got the first down. Picked up about 5. So that's going to make it 1st and 10 with 1:04 in the game. Clock should start as soon as they set the markers.
As soon as they get it set. It's running.
Well, they got their kicker down here practicing in the net. They're hoping they can get close enough to make something happen. That little screen pass has been working for them.
And they're going to do it again? No, they're going to go deeper. Going to go to the screen again this time. Down to the 50-yard line.
Somebody's got to stay home in the middle, guys. Somebody's got to stay home in the middle. That's the same play as Hampton was running.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I'm not real smart, but 39 seconds to go, and you spike it. You got 2 timeouts. Can you take the timeouts to the locker room?
No.
Okay.
No, well, you can take them in there, but they ain't coming out with you.
Oh, okay.
Like
I don't know if I would.
It's like getting on the bus. It's not going to stop the driver, you know.
You can't take them on the bus.
Can't go to Mickey D's and get a Big Mac with them. They ain't no good. So now it's 2nd down and 10 with 39 seconds to go. Come on, guys. You can't give him that much time.
You got to put more pressure on the passer.
He's got the ball down at the 26 and 31 seconds to go. They're moving this ball. I don't understand You got 25 seconds on the clock, and you want to hurry up offense. You use 10 seconds.
Well, that's not a bad call.
No.
Because, you know, if you need
now it's all about, can we get a score or can we get in better
close
position?
enough to do a field goal.
Right.
We got a timeout to be able to get a field goal unit in. That didn't work that time.
There goes some time off the clock. Now there's a timeout. Let's see where they spot it. He's got it spotted 2 yards further down than the guy up there with the ball.
Well, but he's the one.
I know, but I'm just saying, you see where he moved to.
He lost a yard on
Must be a slope in the field. That's what it
well,
is.
there is a little bit of slope.
Yeah, but I mean, it must be leaning to the left.
Was he leaning?
He was leaning.
Yes, okay.
All right, so we're back now. What's it, third down? Because they spiked the ball. It's third down and 11.
Yeah, third down, yeah.
So they got to do something on this, or we're going to have to go for the punt. I mean, for the extra field goal.
Yeah.
But they got the wind at their back. And right now, from the position he's at, it's at the 29 and 7. That'd make it to 36. Plus 10 is 46. So that'd be.
You got that down? I didn't know you were good at math.
I went to Hampton High School.
Okay.
I got past the third grade. I walked past it 3 or 4 times.
Did the teacher ever catch you?
Never knew where I was. Didn't know my name till the second semester. Yeah, all right, here we go, folks. Third and 11. 15 seconds left on the clock. 1 timeout left to the Sun Devils. So you got to see if you can try to throw that dink pass again. Oh, overthrew his receiver.
Oh, he was open.
Yep, overthrew his receiver.
So you got to go for the field goal or what, 10 seconds? You got to do something.
They're really working this official out down here.
Yeah, I see him.
They're going for it, looks like, with 10 seconds. The clock's, what's the matter? They didn't call a timeout. It's got to be a flag here somewhere, folks.
They finally called a timeout. I don't know what he was waiting for. I thought he was going to end up getting a delay a game.
Is he trying to throw an out pattern and get a first down before the clock runs out?
I mean, a little hard to do.
You either got to go to the end zone or you got to throw an out pattern. Because if you get stopped 5-6 yards short of the end zone, I don't know, they may still be able to get a timeout in 10 seconds. They should be able to.
Yeah.
And does the kicker have a favorite side of the field? There's a point to look at too.
Well, there's the kicker right down there.
10 seconds to go in the first half. Hampton has a 7-6 lead. Sun Devils have the ball on the 29-yard line. And it is 4th down and 11, and they appear to be going for it.
And they're out of timeouts.
They had him.
3 seconds left, and Hampton takes over.
But they had him in the backfield.
Yeah.
Good job by the quarterback to slip away. Good defensive play by Hampton.
Absolutely. Going in 7-6, ain't nothing bad about that.
Especially since the field position that Salem had in the first quarter.
Well, I don't know what the statistics you'll get them, but offensively, more yardage has got to be for Salem.
I would think so, too. Hampton had the one big drive and scored on it. We'll see what happens. I think Hampton's just going to take a knee. I'd be shocked if they did anything else. Of course, I've been shocked before. Yep. Well, he picked up a first down, but that is going to be it for the first half. Why don't you sum it up, and we'll come back in a few minutes.
Well, score 7-6, favor the Crabbers. We'll be back right after this short timeout. Back at the Sportsplex in Virginia Beach, Hampton leading 7-6, getting ready to start the second half. Hampton will receive the second half quarterback. They'll have the wind in their face. Brent, I know you had some stats. We'll get to them in a minute. After this kickoff, let's see if the Crabbers can hold on to this lead. I tell you, I'm so impressed with it. I'm looking at some of the stats, and the people are going to be surprised how good the stats are.
Thank you, Arthur. Let's get this kickoff underway like you said. But just I always like to do this. What do you think they talked about in the locker rooms? Hampton going to keep doing what they're doing? Or are they going to make a few changes too? I think one thing you're going to see, I think you're going to see Salem putting the ball in the air a little bit more. Nice kickoff.
Tyler McKee
taking it to the 5-yard line.
Got a hole. Good
return out to the 30.
All right, so run over some of the stats right quick, like if you got a chance.
Well, Hampton takes over the ball, returns it almost to the 30, aren't they?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's just surprise a few people. I know I was surprised and I'd like to thank Eddie Hendricks from 94.1 for helping us out with these stats here tonight. Just to give you a little heads up, on first downs, Hampton had 9 and Salem had 8. Total yards, Hampton had 141 and Salem had 117. Yards passing. Here we go. Let's get this down.
Quillen taking the handoff.
Caught him in the backfield.
Nobody blocking.
That end just crashed over there on the left-hand side and took him down.
Passing yardage.
Yards passing, Salem had 94, Hampton 38. Yards rushing, Hampton had 103, Salem had 23.
Wow.
Time of possession, get this. Hampton 15 minutes and 49 seconds to Salem's 8 minutes and 11 seconds.
See, that's what blows my mind. I had no idea.
Salem had the ball in that first quarter. It was all down at that end of the field, and they scored kind of quick. Yeah. And then took Hampton the rest of that time to move the ball down the field. I was surprised, too, that it was that much difference.
Quillen back to pass.
He should have kept running.
They're showing some great speed on the outside, they being the Sun Devils of Salem.
And just make sure the officials did their job. There was only one penalty enforced in the first half. Just to let you know, there's one penalty.
That was the interfering with the fair catch.
Yeah, that was it.
It's third and
about 9.
Yeah.
They've got it down at 8, but let's see if they can keep this drive alive. This would be a good way to start out the third quarter. Get some field position, because right now, if Hampton had to punt, that would give Salem some good field position. I got a feeling Salem's coming, though. They know it's going to be Yep. Wide receiver jumped. Stood up.
Yep.
Come on, guys.
Just let you know,
in the first half, Quillen was 4 for 6 for 25 yards. And Hart, through one, was 1 for 1 for 13 yards. Lightbody for Salem was 7 of 15 for 94 yards.
Well, he had a lot of those outside little bubble screens, whiteout screens, picked up a good yardage.
Right, and Strickland,
yardage after the catch.
After the catch, but of course they just give it in the pass. You should have let that go. He's not letting it go. I just don't understand it. Anyway, they're going to have to turn the ball over.
Yeah, fourth down and about 8.
Salem had 4 different receivers that caught passes.
4 different receivers.
Okay. And Muhammad for Hampton caught 2 for 27 yards. And rushing for Salem was kind of interesting. Lightbody, their quarterback, carried 4 times for -7 yards, but 1 TD. He had 115.
Well, there you go.
So very close. Well, that looked like he almost jumped. Boy, I don't know how he got that in there. And a great kick. Let it go.
Yeah, they did. Down to the 29-yard line.
I tell you what, that wind helped that. He got that ball up in the air. That was a great kick.
Now the pressure's on the Hampton defense.
Yeah, let's see if they can get a stop here.
We haven't had any turnovers tonight's game, which is very unusual.
Right. They had a chance.
Yeah.
Hampton had a chance there at the end of the second quarter. But
well, at the beginning of the game, the ball came loose.
Right.
From the Goodbody gave up the ball on the quarterback keeper, but Salem recovered the fumble.
There we go. 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Let's see what they've decided to do. Well, give it a run. He broke the first. I mean, boy, he broke that first line quick. Picked up 13-yard pickup for a first down. So they've spotted something at halftime too.
Yeah.
I think that was Butts.
That looked like Butts, number 22.
Yeah, he's their leading rusher right now. A little scat back, like you said earlier, Bobby. He's about 5'7", 160 pounds.
No, but he can move.
He's quick to the hole. Nice pass. Nice pass. And that was to Butts also with 7.
Is that number 7? Hart.
Nice pass. Just right up the seam.
Yeah. The little Quillen kid, number 5, is playing on the outside. Daz Quillen, the one that really bucking a quarter weight, as one of the coaches told me.
They're moving the ball here now. They've got a
second man would have had it if the first man for Hampton hadn't touched it.
But it was nice to see all the defenders there.
Yeah,
and,
5 guys back there.
But he showed.
But I'm like you, Brent. I think I would like to see a little more pressure on the quarterback.
Well, make
him make a bad decision.
Yeah, I like to see him make him move a little bit. He's been able to stand there and take his time delivering the ball. He had a nice touch on that last pass. Hampton just had good defense. We notice the temperature's dropping just a little bit here tonight.
You notice that because of the icicles?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a hold right there.
Yeah, he picked up about 8. Should be a 3rd and 2.
I wish we had replay because the end for Hampton turned to go with a play, and the tackle for Salem just had him. Said, "No, you ain't leaving." Either this is the cleanest played game I've seen in my life, or the officials are deferred.
Well, you don't think he's not going to pass the ball 3rd and 2. He's going to pick up the first. He's going to go give it to Butts or one of the other running backs, and Hampton needs to be ready for that. Right there he goes, right up the middle. Picked up the first down.
Yeah, he got it. Picked up about 4.
Move it down to looks like about the 30, 26.
Yeah, Hampton needs to get a stop here, folks. That makes it 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Okay, they moved it to 27.
They've had this ball right at 5 minutes, 4 minutes.
Oh, good job that time from the offside tackle. 44 for the Crabbers.
There's a flag on this play. I wonder if it's going to be offsides on Hampton.
That's Anton Brown, just a freshman. Mike was talking about how many sophomores.
Here's what I don't understand. There's a flag on this play. This man throws a flag, and he's got to call 3 people in to discuss it.
The flag is over on
there,
that side.
He threw it on that side. He's come all over here and got this guy and somebody else. Illegal procedure. Okay.
All right. So they'll take him back 5. So it'll be 1st and 15. Will it be from the?
It'll be from the original line of scrimmage because it should have stopped the play. The whistle should have blown on the illegal procedure. So it should be 1st and 15.
It is 1st and 15. And if you hear the sound of freedom going over the top, we're close to Oceana or the Naval Air Station.
Yeah, you don't get too far away from that sound over here.
He's got 2 backs in the backfield, 2 wideouts on the near side.
Nice
Found
pass.
a hole right at the 20-yard line.
Nice pass.
He's going to mark it at the 20.
The boy delivers the ball well, I'm telling you. Pickup of about 7.
By 13.
Yeah.
Because he was 15 to go.
He's delivering that ball well. Got down to the 5.
Wow. I tell you, you see where the run sets up the pass, and the pass sets up the run. Before the pass set up that run, he came through there.
When you throw the ball as well as this young man's throwing it right now, he's putting the ball in their hands with a nice touch. He's not making it difficult to catch. He just walked through there.
Yep.
Well, there they go. They're going back up now. That's going to make it 12-7. Let's see if they go for two.
I think now they send the kicker in. McKee, 94, going in.
Well, I was talking to a few gentlemen at halftime, and they were saying that Salem has had a problem with their special teams this year. If there's a weakness, it's been with their special teams. So it's not the first time they've been blocked on that first one they kicked. Blocked again. 0 for 2. I don't know if he's taking too long.
12-7. It
doesn't look like it's taking that long to get the ball off.
But
whether he's getting it off too low.
Maybe he's not getting it up high enough quick. You noticed, you mentioned that earlier when Lomax hit it, how high he kicked
when
the
it
ball.
came down, it was wet. I mean, that's how high he kicked it.
Yeah,
it came down
easy
wet.
for you to say.
Not quite bad that good, no.
Hampton needs to do something now. They need to get it going.
They've got to show they can move the ball too. That's what they've got to do.
But you notice last time after they scored, Hampton went down and scored.
Right.
I mean,
so
they need to make a statement. They need to do that.
I'm going to tell you what was impressive. Salem just had an impressive drive. They took that ball and ran and threw at will.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much, and overcame a penalty. So Hampton's going to have to find some things on defense again. But that young man, Lightbody, he delivered the ball very well on the pass.
Yes, he did. I was impressed with him. He's just a sophomore like Quillen. We got a lot of sophomore freshman quarterbacks over in the peninsula side too this year.
Skill position should be pretty rich around 7-5-7 for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
A lot of sophomores and stuff. Come on up. Oh.
You can't catch the ball going the wrong direction. You let the guy coming up get the ball.
What was he thinking? I mean, he's got a man coming up to get the ball.
He's on the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and he's going away.
And that's the hardest thing to tell these kids. They want to get the hand on the ball. They want to run it, but you can't be going the wrong way. By the time you catch it, turn around, somebody going to hit you.
And hurt you. That's all right. Well, it's just enthusiasm. That's what I put it up to. But you got a man back there. You know he's back there. You got to let him play his position too.
Yeah. That's a mental mistake.
All right, so on to 20, 21. Oh, come on. They got him in the backfield.
He was running wide open, ran right, nobody blocked the guy. He looks like he lost about a yard on it, big 2nd and 11. Got 6:18 and counting. Third quarter, 12-7, favor the Sun Devils.
Yeah, well, Hampton hasn't gotten their offense unwound in the second half yet. They're going to have to make something happen here.
He's going to have to put the ball in the air, I think.
Yeah. Here they come with everybody. And they got him running. See, they got him scrambling as soon as he goes back to set up. They got pressure on him.
Yeah.
So, and he's not. Once he starts running, he doesn't appear to be looking to throw the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now I'm a runner. He's still behind the line of scrimmage. He can look downfield. He's got to make that defender commit.
Yeah.
You know.
3rd and 7, so he picked up about 3. I mean, he picked up about 8 yards.
Well, he picked up more than that because they lost yardage on the first play.
It was only 11. It was only lost 1, so he picked up 8.
Yep. Nice throw.
Where's he going to mark it? Good job. Yeah, he was across the 35, and I didn't know if he's going to mark it or not. Mark said 36, first down. That was a good throw, running to the left.
Yeah, that was what he was doing the first half. He was rolling away from the pressure.
Yeah.
And they know he can run, so you kind of, if you're the defender, trying to play your man and play him too.
Should I go to the quarterback because he's going to run, or should I keep with my defender? Just make Sam make the decision.
That didn't.
Well, I don't know what happened, what they've done, but they've made some adjustments. They being the Salem Sun Devils, that hole is now opening up for the Strickland.
Yeah, they've tightened up their inside lineman, or put a middle linebacker playing the running back. And that's pretty much all I think what they're doing. I think they're spying on the running back. If you watch that middle linebacker.
Third and let's call it a long 8.
No, it's second.
Second, I'm sorry.
He
got first down.
Yeah.
And he got the last 3 yards on his own. The first down on the 48.
48 and a half.
48.
Yeah. That's what he needed to do. He needs to move that ball. I know as a coach for the Sun Devils, you got to be a little frustrated knowing that your 2 runners are going to be the quarterback and Strickland. And you still can't do anything about it.
Well, Crabber's got 2 wideouts at the top and the bottom and 1 in motion.
Yeah. So did you see how quick the end was in there?
Defense is just
their end is just coming across and holding his position. He's not holding it at the line where he is. He's coming across. He's shutting the play down on his side.
We'll give him a yard. Second and 9.
Yeah, and the snaps, like was just said, are coming in a little bit high, which are not helping things. But I'm just saying the ends have seen something. The coaching staff for the Salem has seen something, because that end is just coming across 4 and 5 yards and taking position. And so they got a 5-man line, which is an odd man line. There he goes again.
A good spot. Look at that spot. That was a great spot. That's at the 48.
Yeah, it's going to be about a yard and a half short.
Not 48, that's 43.
It's going to be a yard and a half short.
But it should be third down.
Yep.
Oh, look at it. That's about a yard, Brent.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how many yards Quillen has now, but I mean he's put together another 25 or 30 in this third quarter. Jesus. They saw it coming. Oh, my God, he lost 9 yards on that play. Depends on where they call the hit. No, they're going to call it up here.
Yeah, where he got hit.
Yeah.
And Crab is going to have to punt.
Yeah.
They would try to go wide, and they need to go up the middle. Or drop Quillen back to pass.
What got me is that's been the side that the end has been crashing every time. I mean, he's just been coming across free every time.
There were 2 or 3 guys there waiting for him on the pitch.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But they went to that side.
Mark it at the 16.
He's got it at the 15 over there, but I swear I'm like you. He grabbed it at the 16.
Well, see,
that's okay.
If you go right on the 15, makes it easier, then it's 25.
Yeah.
See, if you need 10 yards, it's 25. But if you put it on the 16, then you got to think, oh, what is it?
Well, you're a teacher, right? You got this all figured out. I'm way behind.
Just making it easy for themselves.
This is very key. Salem just put a stop on Hampton, or Hampton stopped himself. The last time Salem had the ball, they moved the ball pretty much at will. Now we see if Hampton can make the adjustments.
We got 1 minute and 11 seconds.
Now he's picked up 5 yards on that carry, just squirting through. Yep, Hampton.
Be a great place for a turnover.
Yeah, Hampton needs to make something happen. They need to create a break. But they've got all their people up.
Well, he picked up a yard, maybe 2. Great job that time. Number 15 for the Crabbers is really trying to get the defense
I don't see a flag.
fired up.
That's going to be third
Barrett,
down.
Vincent Barrett, he's just a junior.
Third down and 3. Hampton really needs a stop here. Here comes
Be a great stop.
Yeah, here comes that. What's the discussion, guys? Either it's a violation or it's not.
He can't come in. He came in and went out and went back in before they ran another play. You can't do that.
I don't think the officials like those guys. They're not going to let them play. It's not going to let them play. It's not your turn.
Well, they did not speak nicely to me, I
don't
guess.
know
I
what
don't
happened
know what
there.
the deal was. All right, Hampton, this time to make a nice stop.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
You got to be disciplined. That gives them a first down.
Yep. That's Hampton's
as many
old trick.
times as Hampton does that to other people,
Yep.
You've got to be aware of it.
You've got to be. That's discipline. You're in your 12th game of the season now.
Mike is not very happy on that sideline. He had a chance to stop him.
Yep.
Now you give him a new set of downs. They're going to let the clock run out now. We're at the end of the third quarter with the score 12 for the Sun Devils, 7 for the Crabbers. Your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts right now is Hampton hasn't, what offense they've shown, they've shot themselves in the foot. They can't make these mistakes like that penalty right there. They had a chance to stop it, get good field position. Sun Devils, they're doing what they want to do for the most part. They're moving the ball. They haven't had any negative plays in the second half. So Hampton's going to have to step up, figure out where the changes are, and make it happen, because Quillen has been the offense in the second half for Hampton for the most part.
Well, and I look for him to pass more, because when he's handed off to Strickland, they have met Strickland in the backfield. They made the adjustments on defense. Salem has to plug up the hole that he was running through the first half. So they've made some good adjustments. Yeah. Hampton has got to do something to open up the field a little bit, and what you have to do is start passing the ball a little bit.
Well, Hampton hasn't, and I don't know, I haven't paid much attention whether it's still there or not. But Hampton hasn't thrown that little dink pass in the second half at all. They threw it 3 or 4 times in the first half for about 7-8 yards just over the line of scrimmage. Salem used it. Salem used it at the end of the first half. They went right back to using what Hampton was doing. So here we go. It's first down and 10 yards, right?
He's got a he's in an I. Oh well, it's like an I formation. That bounced.
Yep, he had the man there.
He was open.
He was open. If he'd have delivered the ball, he had it. He kind of short-armed that throw. I wish we could show it again. He just kind of short-armed it. And I don't know if he wasn't a little nervous with a Hampton defender breaking on the ball too. So, but this is a different setup in the backfield. He's got
give himself a little more protection back there, I think is what they're doing, because they have a tight end and then 2 wideouts to this side. They were going to try a little dink pass that time, but the Crabbers got their hands on it. One of these days they're going to tap that ball in the air. Somebody's going to run underneath it and take it in for a touchdown.
That would have been big right there. That would have been big. But third down and 10. Can we get a stop? Salem's moving kind of quick to try to get in position, try to catch Hampton off guard. All right.
They're going to go back to the 3 wideouts over on the left side, the top side.
Now let's see if one of the receivers drops back for that little flat pass. Beautiful pass.
Wide open.
Beautiful pass.
He does a great job of stepping in and throwing that ball.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you can say about it. He's putting that ball right on the money. The receivers are going out, finding the open spot, and sitting down and waiting for the pass. Right now, he seems to be delivering at will. Hampton.
Well, Hampton's not getting any pressure on him, so he's able to step into that throw.
Right.
And when you step into the throw, you're going to do much better.
It's another picked up at 10.
And it looked like Butts running again.
Yeah. Yep.
Picked up to 10.
Yep. They are really playing smart with the ball, throwing and running. I mean, that's all you can say. They're very diversified in what they're doing.
They've risen to the occasion when they were 3rd and long.
Right.
They end up getting it. Hampton pulled Hampton off sides, and then they made that nice little pass on 3rd and 10. Yeah, they're going to give him a.
And they're running. I call it almost a belly play. They're running it just to keep Hampton honest. They've got to stay home to a degree so that and that helps him pass the ball, like you were talking about earlier.
The 39-yard line that brings up second, and then it looks like 7.
Yeah, over there they've got to pull it even. But anyway, 10:35 to go, and it's 12-7 Salem, and they're moving the ball. 2nd down and about 8.
Got to the corner and picked up maybe a couple of yards. Should have looked like it, depending where they spotted it, 36 or the 35.
That's 3rd down and about 4. So here we go again. Of course, this may be 2-down territory. If I were Salem, I'd have to be thinking that way.
You have to think that way.
It's got to be.
At some point.
At some point, I mean, either your timeouts quit ticking or you got to throw a flag, man.
I know there haven't been many flags thrown, but that was definitely one that needed to be thrown. That makes it a 3rd and 9 now.
So far, this hasn't deterred the Salem Sun Devils. They've been able to pick up.
And the clock never stopped. I thought the clock stopped on a penalty, but it never stopped.
Yeah, do they get the time all over again? I mean, that's. Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's not his call. These guys didn't call that. That was Hampton's ball.
He said incomplete.
He said incomplete. The guy caught the ball, took 2 steps. The guy in the middle, he's
saying he bobbled the ball.
Bobbled the ball.
Well, it's 4th down and 9. Are they going to punt?
Yeah. I was like you. If they'd been up there with three or 4 to go, 3 yards to go, they may have gone for it.
4-down territory.
But I saw the guy catch the ball and turn. I don't think he juggled it. That should have been Hampton's ball.
They got the wind at their back. This young man almost put it out on the. He's going for it again. Oh, it's even better.
He's going to mark it at the 7 or 8. 7, it looks like.
Well, you know, this is what Hampton High School football is made of, Bob.
They got to do it.
8 minutes and 55 seconds. You're down by 5 points. You need a touchdown. 2 field goals will win it. But what I'm saying is you need a touchdown. Do you drive the ball now?
And you're not going to get the ball back many times.
Right.
This may be the time that you could drive the ball down the field and not let them get the ball again.
That's right. Yeah. 93-yard drive would be very impressive and great on the resume of a young Hampton team.
Great. I love the resume part.
I mean, they had that covered before he even started running.
Yeah, they know that's the call that Hampton run up over there the other night last week when they played Great Bridge. You and I sitting up there watching in the stands, and we had about 7 of the coaches sitting down there in front of us.
Well, you know, while we get a chance here to call a timeout, I want to let the fans know that the Hampton City Schools and Hampton High School lost a good friend here a couple of weeks ago. the former captain on the Hampton Police Department named Bill Woodmansee.
Well, Bill Woodmansee and I had a connection. I taught his daughter Nancy in 7th grade.
Right, and she was a classmate of mine. And anyway, just to say, Bill passed away a week ago Saturday, 2 weeks ago Saturday. He was a captain on the Hampton Police Department for 25 years, a former city councilman, but he loved Hampton High School football.
He did
and
that.
He followed Hampton High School football for 25 years, and you'd see him and his wife Jean sitting in the stands, and as they got older, they sat further lower in the stands. It was harder to walk up the stands. You get up higher. He always said when they redid Darling Stadium, that added 10 steps to him, and it was getting tougher all the time. But anyway, Bill, we're going to miss you, buddy, and a real supporter. And Jean, hope everything goes well and your family's at peace. Hampton City Schools and Hampton High School especially is going to miss him. And thank you for letting me take that time to say goodbye to the guys.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
Boy, that safety had that played well.
Yeah, he did. That was intended for Muhammad.
Yep, he had that played well.
Umar
Brings
Muhammad.
up 4th down, and it's going to give them good field position, Bob.
Yeah.
And putting into the wind. Yeah, that was that didn't start out as the best drive they could have had. That dink pass never got played that time. They needed something just to pick up 6-7 yards. But like you said, that little play of the quarterback just taking the ball and headed up the middle. Everybody has spotted that. Yep. Good, 32-yard line.
What great field position.
Yep. And he spotted it on the 31, and the man over there has got it marked at the 32.
Yeah.
There we go. Now look at it. He is not paying any attention. He's going to come in and have to move the ball. Now they moved the sticks up. They moved the sticks up. The man over there had it spotted at the 32-yard line. I wish we had instant replay.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, he stood there and spotted it. All right,
we got to get
10.
a turnover. The only way they got a chance, get a turnover. Good hitting. Looked like he was going to mark it at about the 27.5.
Well, he picked up good yardage.
Picked up about 5.
Hampton collapsed on that play very well. I hate to say this, but the way they're throwing the ball, faking the running play right now, I think.
I'm glad I'm not going to have to walk down any steps. We got an elevator, right?
Yeah, it's the first time we've been in a stadium with an elevator that we didn't have to pay. All right, Hampton, you got to make something happen here, folks. 6:44 to go in the game, and Hampton's trailing 12-7. Yep.
He got first down.
Inside the 20s, down at the 19. Nice running. Hampton may be getting a little tired, Bob. I hate to say it, but that clock is definitely not in their favor now.
6:28 and counting. And if Salem just be smart, just let the clock run and don't do anything stupid. Don't throw in a pass, incomplete pass, going to stop the clock.
I would say that, but as well as this young man throws the ball, Hampton's got to be thinking they're going to be running the clock out. I mean, it could open up a quick touchdown, and that's really going to change things.
They just hand off, pick up a couple yards. Under 6 minutes to go. Ball at the 18. Butts has been the main ball carrier
main
out
ball
there.
Carrier now. Yep. Hampton has been shut out in this second half.
And down there close to the first down, depending on the mark, but it may be about a yard short.
Should be a yard short. Well, I tell you what, these officials got to get on the same page. One number 75 walks in there on the 11, and this guy on this side puts it on a 10. Let's see who wins. The guy on the 11 won. Ta-da!
It's third and short. Quarterback keeper.
Yep. And almost got through there. Down inside. Yep, he's on the 6-yard line, 1st and goal from the 6. As soon as the flag gets spotted, clock's going to start running. This is one of those situations where, Salem's going to hold on to that ball, and Hampton's got to come up with it. It's just that simple. Oh, he just kicked it outside.
Got first. Got the touchdown.
Yep. Well, so who made the adjustments in the second half?
There's no doubt in my mind that Salem made a good job, but Hampton did not get a long run at all. They couldn't get
it going.
Just couldn't get the running back to move.
Here, Bob. Yeah.
No. I want this.
Oh.
Look like they're going to go for 2. Then they're going to take a chance of messing up again, but
it's not a necessary situation at this time. 20-7, 13 points difference.
Yeah, Strickland had 50-some yards during the first half, and the second half, I bet he hadn't picked up 10.
No.
They just plugged up that line. There was nothing open.
Yeah, quarterback sneak. Here he comes in for the 2.
They're not quick at making that decision.
Well, 4:30 to go in the 4th quarter, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. It's been a lot of fun to come over here, and as we expressed earlier, there's been a lot of cooperation between the Sportsplex personnel, and we did get some help from the activities director over at Salem. Salem's done a great job. They came out here in the second half, and they were able to get their offense untracked. Their passing game really looked nice. It was impressive to me, and Hampton just couldn't get it going. They just could not get it unwound. Their air game, what air game they tried to have was going long, and that short pass that they had used effectively in the first quarter, evidently they saw that Salem had somehow shut that down.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. Well, I'm impressed with the job that the coaching staff did with this young team.
Listen.
Next year, they're going to be a surprise a lot of people because these guys are going to play like juniors and seniors, and they'll be sophomores and juniors.
Well,
it's going to be quite a difference next year.
We talked about it before. I just think that Mike Smith and his entire coaching staff need to be congratulated on what they started out the year with, and all the youth and all the young people, and what they were able to make out of it in the end. They ended up here 2 rounds into the playoffs, into the quarterfinals, and they've got nothing to be ashamed here tonight. They played a good team. They faced a good quarterback and a fine defensive team that was able to handle Hampton tonight. So, and the other side of that is Salem's got a quarterback and a running back that they're both sophomores. This may not be the last time this happens.
I think they may meet each other again
next year.
And the big kid, this Army, he's just a junior, 6 foot 295.
Salem's going to bring.
He probably won't lose too much weight in the summer.
I don't think so. But Salem's going to bring back a lot of talent. Hampton's going to bring back a lot of talent. It's just going to be very interesting in this section again. Well, now was that Quillen or Hart? I couldn't tell. That was Hart.
But it's Hart, number 7 is quarterbacking right now.
He's come in now to keep Quillen. I guess they don't want Quillen hurt, or he's just giving him a rest. I don't know. And Hart's just a freshman, I think, and you're a sophomore. But anyway.
Well, he's an underclassman, that's for sure. I'll let you know in a minute. He's a freshman.
There he is. He just didn't. You need to put that ball out a little bit more because the leading crabber had his man beat by 2 steps.
Kind of going into the wind.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, just got the ball there. But we might have needed Rothenberger or somebody to throw it. But into that win. But I'm just saying, been nice if we could have got it there. Yeah.
Whoa, they like a jailbreak.
They sent everybody.
They sent everybody. That line.
They sent everybody. Smart playing. They sent everybody. Yes, sir. They went and got 2 guys out of the locker room. Sent them 2. Everybody went in there. Hampton's going to punt.
4th and 10.
Yeah, that series of downs only took them a minute and 10 seconds. They got it with 4:30. It's now 3:16. So they didn't waste much time. Got a flag.
No, it's the ball mark.
No, got a flag down here.
Oh.
Between the 25 and 30.
I was looking upfield.
I just don't understand these officials. They got to come together and have a class meeting every time they throw a flag. No wonder they don't throw it so
well, they
long,
want to make sure it's right.
They ought to start carrying tea with them, and sit down and have a talk.
Well, I've enjoyed a trip over here to the Sportsplex.
We got to go back, don't we?
Huh?
We got to go back across that river, don't we?
We got to go under the river.
Yeah, we're going to get across it somehow.
Somehow, we're going to go under it, yes.
All right.
Unless we want to go all the way around and go across the James River Bridge, and I don't want to go that far around.
Well, with 3 minutes and 1 second to go, it's 20-7. I've enjoyed doing this. We've been trying to put this thing together all week, talking to different people.
I want to tell you, people need to know how much time you put on the phone trying to get these coaches to talk to you and then talking to the people over at the Sportsplex. I'm just want to tell you how much I appreciate the effort you put in.
Well, I appreciate it.
And, Rube is a man on the cameras tonight, and he's done a great job, and he's our whole crew tonight. He is my director, producer of my sports beat.
Well, they sent the right man.
Not my sports beat, I'm sorry, my sports time. Sports beat's way back there. But people need to turn into that on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 7:30 a.m., 7:30 p.m., and catch my sports time show. Plus, we're doing a Athlete of the Week that Rube does, and we're doing something you came up with, Conference Countdown. So all that is on. You can pick that up on Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturday, 7:30 a.m., 7:30 p.m.
Well, you've been doing that a long time, my friend. There ain't many people left you haven't interviewed. If we could get Santa Claus to come in a day early, I think we could get him on TV.
Think I could get him?
Yeah, but we ain't going to play Steve
Well, I tried to get the Easter Bunny, and he didn't want anything to do with it.
Well, I sent him a letter and told him we had Bluebird Gap Farm. We could keep the deer overnight, and I just can't get him to come in for the interview. But he did say he didn't play football.
Oh.
He was more of a volleyball guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what he said.
We got 2:30 and counting. But this has been a unique experience for us.
I'm glad we got to come over and do this.
We moved outside where we had more room, and want to appreciate our friend over here, and his name is
August.
Yeah.
August.
Appreciate all he's done to help us to set up out here.
And also, again, let us say we'd like to thank Eddie Hendricks with Channel 94.1, ESPN. He helped us with our stats here tonight, folks, because we're such a short crew, and we're standing outside with nothing to write on but our hands, and just couldn't keep enough stats.
Well,
for that.
I kept washing my hands,
But thank him again, and like I say, we made some new friends over here, and it's been fun. We'll be back.
And congratulations to Hampton High School. What a great year they've had with a team that is young as they are, and I'm just so impressed with what the Hampton coaching staff has done, and hats off to these young men. They've done a great job. And congratulations to Salem to move on to next week's final in this conference.
Right. And maybe we'll get a chance to follow some of the other teams. Of course, when we heard Phoebus was winning 7-0, so we might be doing that game again next week. So.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, near the end of the first quarter, they were up 7-0. Denby was losing to
Heritage.
To Heritage.
Yeah.
At that point, but we don't know how it's going to go. But we'll know in about an hour.
You got it.
A little delay.
Yeah.
Just eating up the clock.
Yeah, and that's not bad.
No.
Buck and a quarter left on the clock, and it's counting.
Yeah, but they run
it's fourth down, and I just run the ball. I don't know if they're going to punt it or not. We'll see.
Timeout.
Well, somebody's going to call timeout.
Hampton called timeout. Going to set up the return.
Is that what they're going to
setting up the return. I got a 14-point play. They're setting up now. They got to run it down and back.
Twice.
Yeah. But I want to say, if they go all the way down and come all the way back, nobody tackles him. And it's like a 14-point play, isn't it?
Is that what it is?
I think it ought to work. Well, we've had a great night. My gosh, here we are at 22nd of August, and of November, and it's 70 degrees or 65 degrees.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to go ahead and punt it.
That camera sure makes a lot of noise, doesn't it?
It sounds a little bit like the Hampton golf course.
Yeah, it needs to change the batteries in that camera. It's getting a little loud. But is this the same punter? Yes, I think it is. Whoa. Nice punt. Look at the... I'd say it probably went out at about
13-yard line.
13. Just guessing.
103 to go.
All right. Hampton back on the field. Well, again, congratulations to Mike Smith, Danny Mitchell, the whole coaching staff. This Mike's 43rd year.
Woodrow Wilson.
43rd year, and it's only been, 2 years that he hasn't been to the playoffs, or 3 at the most, I think, in 43 years. So
let's get. We got William Yarborough, Myron Newsom, Kenny Gilliam, Danny Mitchell, Woodrow Wilson, Carl Wickler, Andre McClone, Brian Porter, Devon Williams, and also Shannon Smith is one of the assistants. What a great job, Mike Smith, the head coach.
Now, clock counting down. Hampton to get off a couple more plays maybe, and they'll be shaking hands. I'm looking forward. I don't want to waste a year at my age, but I'm looking forward to next year to see where this Hampton team comes.
You're going to waste a year?
Well, if I have to just wait for this, and that's the only thing I do, I'm wasting the year.
Hey, well, we got some basketball coming up.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you what, this is going to be a new year for basketball on the Peninsula District too.
Completely different.
I mean, he's overthrown it.
Wide open, just went little high, just come out of his hand flying.
The defender had a nice shot at it, and he's kicking himself too. Well, stop the clock with 17 seconds, and it's 3rd down and 9 to go. So do you run it out, Bob, or do you put it up again?
I put it up again.
Here comes Cullen back into the game.
Go put it up again.
Yeah, slinger down the field, folks. Let's see what happens. And let's see if Salem doesn't send everybody but the coach's mother in there to catch him. Now it looks like they're laying back, just playing the defense.
Yeah, I think we might play a little.
There's that dink pass we talked about all week.
That was a screen pass.
Yeah.
And that's it. At the end of the game.
Everybody shake. Well, folks, it's been fun over here in Virginia Beach. Hampton is going home, end of their season, get ready for basketball season. And we'll turn it over to Bob, but we still got Phoebus to hear from.
I just want to let you know the final score was the Sun Devils 20, Hampton 7. I want to thank Brent Musgrove for his help over at 9. Of course, Rube Gabray on the cameras. I'm Bob Hintz. Good night, everybody.
Good night.